What's going on, guys? I haven't made a video in a while. I've been dealing with some stuff. I've been having back problems. If you guys watched my earlier videos, I had mentioned that. And yeah, the last 2 weeks have not been too good for me. So, but yeah. Besides that, let me show you this tank a little bit. What's been going on? Look at all that black beard algae. There's tons of it, but most of it's on this driftwood. Plants, they're looking good. They're still doing good. Did have some on the plant in the back there. I think that's some sort of cardinal plant. Well, I did have a bunch on there, but I wind up getting some autos. I got about 5 of them in there. So they've been going to town on this algae, and yeah, they're gonna help me fix this tank up. I kind of let this tank go after I put the CO2 in there, because yeah, like I said, I wasn't feeling too good for a while. You know, that rock right there was covered with it, and the autos pretty much they took care of this rock first when I first put them in there, and they're keeping the plants pretty clean. But yeah, other than that, you know, the CO2 is a learning experience for me, so, but I ain't giving up, you know. If anything, I'll learn from it, so we'll see what happens. But got a group of autos to help me out, and we'll see. I was thinking about putting some what do you call that? Oh, I lost it now. Hydrogen peroxide. My bad. Well, yeah, I was thinking about putting some peroxide in here, but I got another development in this tank, and it makes me think twice about doing it. I don't know if it matters, but my angelfish, they spawned, and this time it's successful, you know. This is the 4th time they've done it, and this time around I don't want to lose them at all. So, and this story behind this here. Well, when they spawned on the leaf back there, and since it's the 4th time, I didn't want to lose them. So I did some research, and I came across man, I'm losing it today. My bad, guys. M.A. Fish Guy. I watched his videos, and he talked about leaving the lights on so that the parents won't eat the eggs. And I gave that a shot. That's probably another reason why all this black beard algae really went crazy on this driftwood. Because for about 3 days I had left the lights on in this tank, just to save these little guys here. And you know what? I gotta give credit to that guy, because it worked. You know, they didn't eat not one of them. Well, except for the ones that turned white. Those are the ones that weren't fertilized, or, you know, got mold on it or whatnot. But I mean, I got at least have about, what, I can't even count them, but let's average out about 60 or more, 70 fry in this thing. And the reason why I put them in the breeder net is, you know, I was going to let them take care of them. And she wound up moving them from there. She moved them onto a leaf in the back of the driftwood there. And then from there, she moved them out onto the ledge over there on the filter intake. And, you know, everything was cool for the first day that they were up there. But I came home from work yesterday to find all of them gone. And you know, I thought maybe they wound up eating them, because what I did was, after the 3rd day leaving the lights on, I said, no, this is crazy. I can't keep doing this. I'm going to ruin my tank. So I decided that I was going to leave the bedroom light on, which is my fish room. It's a guest bedroom that I turned into a fish room. Well, anyway, I left that light on, and you know, so that I could turn the tank light off. and that helped out too. But because the light coming in through the tank, it wasn't as dark, and that seemed to help. But yeah, I came home and they were all gone, and she kept circling around the filter intake looking for them. Well, I decided to pull the filter cartridges, and yeah, lo and behold, there were a bunch of fries in there. So here I was yesterday digging fries out of my filter cartridge, and I wind up saving most of them. You know, I'm pretty sure I lost a couple of them, but did my best. It took me a couple of hours to get them out of the filter cartridge, you know, dunking the filter cartridge in the tank water and scooping them out with a net. Took a little time, but I wound up saving them, and I'm glad I did. So now I gotta see if I could keep these guys going. I feel bad for them because they've been hanging around this breeder net the whole time. I wanted them to take care of them themselves, be good parents, but she made a mistake by putting them on that ledge back there. Well, you know, hopefully they know I'm not hurting them. I'm trying to help them. So maybe next time, you know, I'll find a different way to do it. If I see them spawn, maybe I'll throw in a sponge filter in there or something and turn off the hang on back filter until they finish with their fry, their babies. But yeah, that's been going on here with me, and still got the CO2 running. I mean, I just changed the bottle, so still got to wait for the pressure to come in. And everything else is going good. This dwarf hair grass, man, what a pain in the butt. Every day I come home, I find a bunch of grass floating around. I don't know, I think it's the Cory cats or these. I did see the angelfish snatching on the hair grass and pulling them up, so I've been chasing them around all the time ever since I put them in here. But I mean, as far as that, they are growing a little bit, real slow though, really slow. But then again, you know, I haven't dosed any fertilizer or anything in this tank, simply because, you know, I don't want to keep repeating myself, but the stuff I've been going through, and the stuff ain't cheap at the moment, and I've been losing time from work, so. But I'm trying my best with this tank, trying to keep it going, and the autos, they seem to help me out a lot, so they did a great job on that plant back there. It's the main problem, guys, only on this driftwood, so, and they've been starting getting on this driftwood because this whole part right here was covered too with black beard algae, but they took care of that. There's only a little patch down here. They started cleaning up this plant right here. That's where the angelfish had their eggs, so excuse me. On this side of the tank is where they had their eggs, so all of this stuff here was covered with algae because they were chasing all the autos and everybody else to this side, which is all clean, as you can see. All the neons and everything were hanging out underneath these two swords. But yeah, I mean, we're gonna get this tank back together. I mean, you know, you can't win them all. Things go wrong, and it's a learning experience. So, in a way, you know, kind of glad it did. So I get the experience on dealing with this stuff. I mean, when I first set up this tank in January, you know, everything was working smooth, nice. But now, hit a little bump in the road, so now I know how to work around it next time it comes around again, you know. Even though I didn't get it accomplished right now, but I'm working on it. And, yeah. So, but as far as me and my back, right now I'm waiting for the doctors to call me again, and they're going to wind up shooting me in the back with a needle. And hopefully that shot works. I think it's a steroid shot or something they want to give me. Yeah, I'm hoping it works. But besides that, I keep on going, you know. I ain't gonna give up in this hobby. I ain't giving up on work. I go to work every day, so no matter how much it hurts, you still gotta eat, you know what I'm saying? But man, I wish this thing would focus a little better. Well, anyway, you still see him swimming around. But yeah, as far as feeding these guys, the little fry, they just became free swimming yesterday after they disappeared into the filter intake. So from what I read, I should be starting to feed them now. I know they say brine, newly hatched brine shrimp, or they got the Hikari first bite. Well, at the time, right now I don't have it, so I don't know. I've been crushing up flake food real fine, like a powder, and been using that. Leave a comment down below. Let me know if that's a good idea or if I need to do something else. Anybody that has experience watching this video, help me out. And yeah, everything else, you see it. Well, any suggestions, anything you want to tell me, let me know down below. Like the video, share it. Not subscribe already. You know, I'm just somebody that's like showing my tanks to people and getting advice, and hell, ask me a question, maybe something I'm doing you want to know about. So hit me up. Alright, thanks for watching, guys, and I'll check you out later.